Okay, so I have a little bit of concealer on my eyelids already, so I'm just going to use that as my primer. So I'm going to go in with this fluffy brush right here, and this is from IT Cosmetics. And I'm going to be taking the color Fawn from Anastasia. It's one of their single shadows. I'm just going to be taking a little bit of that and going right into and above the crease. So once I get to like the tip right here, I'm going to start to flick that out. You can keep it more rounded if you'd like, but I am going to be using wing liner. So I kind of want it to all go out with the wing. Okay, so now that you have that in, it doesn't have to be perfect because we're going to be putting other shadows in there as well, just as long as you have that kind of like transition color. Okay, so from here I'm going to just do my lid, and you can use any type of eyeshadow you would like. You can use like shimmery shadows. Today I'm going to be sticking with just matte, so I'm going to be using Soft Peach, and this is from Anastasia as well. And this is one of the colors in the, what is this called? Shadow Couture palette. And this is where I start doing the cut crease. And where's my brush? Where's my brush at? So this is the brush I'm going to be using. It's just a tiny little pencil brush. I'm going to be using the Anastasia Shadow, what is it? Oh my god, why do I keep forgetting? Shadow Couture palette again. I'm going to be going in with the color Fudge, which is this like chocolatey brown. And I'm just going to go right above my crease. Like, do you see where my eye naturally kind of folds over? Just above the crease. Sometimes it helps me if I could just kind of like look up a little bit. And I'm just using what I first kind of dipped into the eyeshadow. I'm not applying any more. I'm just going back and forth. You can take this in as close as you want. I'm going to stop right about there. I usually like to try to keep it as thin as possible when it gets closer into the inner corner, and I can kind of widen it a little bit more towards the outer corner. Now I'm going to be going in with the Morphe 433 brush. This is very similar to the MAC 217. And with no shadow on here, I'm going to start blending this out. This is the Morphe M441, so I'm just going to go in there and buff out the edges a little bit. Alright, so I usually like more warm shadows, so I'm going to be taking Morocco, which again, another Anastasia shadow, which is also in the Shadow Couture palette. So I'm going to be taking that same M441 brush. I'm just going to apply that right over top, and this will just help warm up that crease. This is one of my favorite shadows, just a really pretty, very warm brown. And if you got a little carried away, you can always go back in with more of your lid shade just to sharpen it up again. So I'm going to go in with this other really deep plum shade, again from Anastasia. I can't remember the name, so I'm going to have it up here. When it goes in again with this same little pencil brush, I'm just going to apply this right into the outer edge. Normally I'll do like a black or something really dark, but for today I think I'm just going to use this deep plum color since we're using kind of warm tones. So I just applied a tiny bit. You're almost not even going to be able to notice it. And then I'm going to go back in with the M443 brush and just kind of blend it out. Now I'm just going to be taking just a cream shade, any kind of lighter shade than your skin tone. I'm just going to be taking this big fluffy brush. This is just the cream shade from the LORAC Pro palette. And not only is that going to highlight the brow bone, but it's going to help the colors blend together. Now we're just about done, so I'm going to move on to eyeliner. I don't know how much in frame I'm going to be, but I'm going to be using the NYC liner. It's just a very thin, tiny brush. It's just a liquid liner. Okay, so I was probably out of focus for most of that, but once you get the wing you are looking for, you don't have to do it this dramatic. You can do it smaller or whatever. You can go in with your mascara, and the mascara I'm going to be using is the Maybelline Lash Sensational Mascara. It's one of my favorites, so I'm just going to do a thin coat of that because I will be using false lashes. Now I'm going to be taking this NYX Kohl pencil. I'm going to be taking that into my waterline. Then going back in with my little pencil brush, I'm going to be taking more of that color Fudge and then just smoking out that liner so it's not so harsh looking. I'm even going to go back in with this brush here because as you can see it's kind of tapered at the tip. I'm going to be taking a little bit of Morocco, just going over that again. And these lashes here, I've worn them a few times, so I don't know exactly which ones they are, but they are from Ardell. They're just really long, wispy lashes. They're not too thick, and the band is really thin as well. So they're actually really easy and comfortable to wear. So I'm just going to be using a little bit of my Duo Lash Glue. This is the brush-on one. I'm going to be using these tweezers. These are from Lily Lashes. Any tweezers like this are going to make it so much easier to put these on. So I'm going to do that and I will be right back. So I'm going to add a little bit of mascara to my bottom lashes even though they are so teeny tiny. I'm going to be using the mascara from Maybelline. It's called Lash Discovery. Now, as you can see, it has a pretty tiny wand. Alright, so that is the finished eye. That is it for this look. I hope you guys enjoyed it. If you like this video, please give it a thumbs up and I can do more tutorials if you would like. And I will see you next time. Bye!